Happening right now, House Democrats are outside the Department of Education saying they're not being allowed in as they try to oppose the Trump administration's efforts to diminish and ultimately eliminate that department. Here was California Congresswoman Maxine Waters just moments ago.
This man is blocking the door. He says he's a federal employee. He won't tell us who gave him permission to do this. All he knows is he's going to stand here and tell the members of Congress who are elected, who vote for the funding for all of them in this building, and for the student loans, and for the Title I families. He's going to tell us that we can't come in and talk with anybody.
Congresswoman Waters is joining us by phone right now. Thank you so much for taking the time. What were you and your colleagues doing at the Department of Education?
Well, thank you so very much. One of the members of the Congress of the United States, Mr. Chitano, had tried to get an appointment with the acting secretary to talk with the acting secretary about what this decision was all about. What were they trying to do? Were they actually trying to close down the Department of Education? And so he did not get a response. He tried over and over again. And so he decided to have a press conference at the Department of Education. And so about 20 members of Congress joined him to go to the Department of Education, number one, to tell them, please do not shut down the Department of Education. What is this all about? The children are depending on you. The Title I funds are desperately needed. The loan funds, all of this money is tied up in decisions that are made here at the Department of Education. We couldn't get in. They sent a man out who said he was a security guard. He said he was a federal employee. He said that we could not come in, don't matter who we are. We cannot come in because we didn't have a special appointment. Nobody informed him to allow us to come in. So we stood there, we talked, we tried to explain to him how important it was for him to go and let the assistant secretary know that we were outside and that we wanted to come in, that we were members of Congress. He refused to move, and we saw in the background that they had, put together about 20 police officers behind the door, so that I guess if we tried to get in, they might stop us. We didn't try to get in. We simply tried to make our case. But this is very important. The Department of Education is responsible for student loans, for Title I funds. They assist our state in making sure that children have access to education. Education is so important in our country, in this democracy, preparing children to be, productive citizens, preparing children to take over the important roles in this country, preparing them to sit on boards, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, Congresswoman, yes. I'm reminded of what happened just last night, too, because we saw a post from Senator Ed Markey, who was denied access outside the EPA building last night, was greeted by a private security guard, apparently, and was told he couldn't come in. Is this the new tactic or strategy Democrats are embarking upon to draw attention to the many things that are happening right now within the Trump administration? Should we expect more of these types of efforts?
Yes, you can expect more. As you know, we had thousands in front of the Treasury Department just 2 days ago. We were locked out. This is where Elon Musk had gone in and has access to all of the payment systems in this country, and who has all of the access to all of our private information, the Social Security numbers on everybody in this country, all of what is happening with the tax revenue, on and on and on, all of the bills to be paid. He has all of that. Elon Musk is basically a government gangster who's acting as president of the United States of America, and he is wreaking havoc on this country.
Congresswoman Waters, can you hold on for a second?
Yes.
Did you say that Elon Musk has people's tax ID numbers, Social Security numbers? Do you know that he actually has that information?
Yes, we know he got it. He's got it. Yes, ma'am. We know that he's in possession of it. Yes.
And what's your worry that he would do with that? About what he would do with that information?
Well, you know, with all of the private information that he has, he can do anything that he wants to do. I think he's capable of monetizing it. He has every database to put together that he wants that is available to him with all of this information to do anything that he want to do with it. He can turn it into market opportunities, et cetera, et cetera. I don't trust him. He's the richest man in this country, and not only is he in control of our payment system, they have gone abroad. Do you know that South Africa is being threatened by Elon Musk and the President of the United States because he wants to build a battery factory in South Africa, and he wants them to eliminate the 30% requirement that was fought for when we fought apartheid, and they put in their constitution that the businesses coming into Africa that want to do business have to have partnerships with the people who live there, 30%.
Okay.
And he is now being threatened, and now President Trump said they're going to take away all of their USAID money if they don't let them do it.
You certainly bring up some of the conflicts of interest with the Elon Musk involvement in all of these different areas. Thank you, Congressman Maxine Waters, for joining us. We appreciate you shining light.